What's up, man? I just want to speak upon something right quick. When it comes to illusions, and the reason I speak upon illusions because a lot of people get caught up in illusions and don't really know why they're even caught up in illusion. When I mean an illusion, I'm talking about a person that put on a facade or that put on a image that you can't really see their real self. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, right? Let's say you meet a billionaire, right? This billionaire, you're gonna think, as a billionaire, he got a little suit, he got money, he got a mansion, right? But but when you first meet him, you're looking at an illusion. But when he go home, he got the same things you're going through. He got depression, he got anxiety, he got all these things though. But since he put on the illusion, you really can't see it. Does that make sense? And people put on illusions all the time. They do it all the time, and this happens because people always like to put on a front, or like people like to put on an image for other people, or they in different environments. Because people will be grateful, people will be nice. It's like one of those type of people where they'll just do it just to put on an image to think you're somebody or to think you're on a higher level, if that makes sense. And people do this a lot. People do this to get promotions on jobs, interviews, stuff like that. People put on an image, an illusion, to think, to blindside you to think that they like that, they got that, but really they don't. You see what I'm saying? And this happens a lot. Because what illusions is, how you break from illusions, you have to stay away from them. Because what I mean by stay away from them, that means don't get engaged in the illusions. Don't get engaged when you see that person with all that money and that glory and their chains and the fashion and stuff like that. Don't be attracted to that. Move away from that, because when you move away, you're gonna see on the sideline, you're gonna see, oh, he really not like that, like he's saying it is. And that's what illusions is. People put on the illusion to think, oh, he do this, he do that, but really they don't. And you gotta really watch out for that, because that's what people are doing. They're putting on illusions so you can think that they're somebody, or to think they are important. And this happens a lot with people, bro. And it goes to the point where that people put on illusions so bad for you to see them in a different light. And people need to stop doing that, because what happens is when the truth come out, it only makes it worse, you know? And that's what's gonna happen more, is you're gonna see people more often, the illusions that they put on, the facade they put on is gonna break down, you know? And when it comes to illusions, right? A lot of people can get out of illusions a lot, because they will they will get so attached. Because what happens is, the reason people are attached to people that put on the illusion is because what happens is society has created us to be, you know, when it comes to, if to have the best, you gotta have that car, that mansion, that you gotta go to fancy restaurants, you gotta have this, you gotta have that, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta prove yourself, and that's what society has done. And society has made the illusion so real, and so, you know, like, they have made it to the point where that when you see these things, and when you see the glory, and you see the houses and cars, you will get tricked in a way, because it feels like the illusion is so real. The illusion is so real. You'll feel like, oh, I can do that too. I can put on that facade too. You know what I'm saying? And that's what society has done. Society has put on illusions for people. They have put on illusions. Like, for instance, right? Let's say on TV you watch a commercial, right? And let's say it's a food commercial, right? And let's say you see a burger, right? And they giving you lighting, they saying their burgers are juicy, they doing all this illusion stuff. But when you actually go to the restaurant, it look completely different. That's an illusion. They put on that. That's the illusion right there. They put it on reason so you can go buy the burger. It's an illusion. You see what I'm saying? And you have to get away from that. Because if you don't get away from the illusions, and if you don't get away from the illusions, you're going to be, I don't want to say let down, mostly. You're going to get let down. And it's gonna break to the fact that you have to get away from it. You have to get away from the illusions, you know, because it's not gonna help you in a way. It's not gonna help you, benefit you, and help yourself, you know. And what happens is, when it comes to your illusions and when it comes to this, a lot of people get into illusions because people put on the facade. And the facade they're putting on is that I'm like that, I do this, I do that, I do this, when really they don't. They put on the illusion that they do, you know? And we have to get away. We gotta get away from it. Because if we don't get away from it, it's gonna be like an addiction. You know? Oh, he putting on that illusion, he putting on that facade. I'm gonna do the same thing too. You see what I'm saying? That's why when you see these actors, billionaires, NBA players, all these things, you see all these things in this world, right? And it actually means nothing. It doesn't mean anything. But they'll put on the illusion that it does. You know what I'm saying? And what happens is it'll make other people do it. And make other people be a part of the illusion. You see what I'm saying? And that's why we have to get away from it. Because if we don't get away from it, what's going to happen is we're going to be addicted to it. You know? That's like, what I'm basically saying is, like, let's say you want to join the NBA, right? And let's say you see all your friends joining the NBA, right? And let's say they go to the big time. They go to the professional level, the NBA, right? And they put on the illusion that, oh, I got the nice car, I got the women, I got all these things, right? They're putting on an illusion to you that they live in their best life, but behind closed doors, they can't say what they really want to say about, you know, with the world and about things that are actually important. They can't say that, you know? But they're putting on the illusion that they can do whatever they want, but really they can't. You see what I'm saying? And if they put on that illusion to you, that will make you want to. It'll make you want to be part of the illusion. You see what I'm saying? You know, I just want to, speak upon this, man, and I'm out.